Some random music going. Adjust the screen. 1080. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 2. Audio test. Definitely turn. Test, test. Start, go lay down. Okay. That's probably pretty good for us. Let's have a look at that. Set that up. Check 1, 2.
You do a lot more stuff than I do before I start. Oh, so I'm actually jumping on like on the game with you. Yeah, that's cool. I have no idea how to do that, but okay. one of the quests and actually cut down the damage done by tornadoes. Like, they should only be able to damage grass and leaves, basically. And I mean, they can pick people up, but I was tired of them going over my castle over and over again and tearing everything that was made of wood apart. I figured it probably did the same with other people, you know. So I know a couple people that are streaming the pack and everything else, and one's like, well, one of the reasons I built in a cave was because of tornadoes. I was like, yeah, all right. Like, it's a cool mod. I just don't. The tornadoes happen too often, especially when you're playing by yourself, because then they happen where you're at. Because if they happen somewhere else, it wouldn't make any sense. I just the pack just loaded. Let's see. What I direct connect? I imagine. Of course, I probably won't be able to connect if you're running 1.7. There might be a conflict. I don't know. Find out in a second. I mean, I didn't change any of the mods really, just config files, and well, I changed one of the quests. But yeah, it says failed connect. Yeah, you do a lot of stuff with your testing of stuff and everything else, man. Like when I stream, because I use OBS, the same thing I use to record. All I have to do is make sure I check boxes on OBS, and then it's just I go onto the Restream site, throw a message out on Twitter through that, update both Twitch and YouTube's what I'm doing through that, and then I usually just hit stream on OBS and open Pretzel so that there's music, but I have that like toned way down. Yeah, I have, well, I mean, I have it turned down on OBS so that it shouldn't come out of OBS loud, and then I can turn it on or off through my my mixer. So either I don't have to hear it or I can. Depends on if I feel like listening to music. So what are you using? Mine took me a while to figure out. I ended up paying for a special thing to get virtual cables so that I could have multiple channels. But I'm using the voice meter. Yeah, yeah, I do that too. I have like me when I'm doing it. I have me. I have Discord. I have the game, and then if there's music, I have music, and then I have another track that has them all together. But I don't know how. It's been a long time since I've never joined a LAN game. That's basically what this is, right? I have hosted a LAN game in my own house, hardwired to a laptop, but I've never joined one. I don't know what to do. Is it in single player or multiplayer? Okay, then yeah, then I typed or I put what you put in there. It just didn't work. I don't remember doing when I was connected to somebody, I don't remember doing anything difficult, but I have no idea over the internet how it works. But yeah, man, can definitely help you out with this. We can get OP real quick. Well, you know, relatively anyhow. With testing it myself so many times, I'm pretty good at starting off. I actually streamed on my pack for 3 or 4 hours this morning. I built a medieval style church. Yeah, I finished it up off camera. I mean, I finished more or less finished one side, and then I did the interior and mirrored it on the other side and stuff like that after the stream. I'm pretty sure I got. Well, I mean, there's one thing left with the quest book that I don't like, but it works. Like nothing's wrong with it. I didn't realize because when I built it, I didn't do every single thing. Like I researched
microphone, top audio, so they bed because it's nighttime. Okay, here we are playing.
I gotta wait for the commercial
Yep, oh,
so I can see what you're doing. But other than that,
oh, okay. Be a slight delay, but that's all right.
okay, I can see your channel now.
All right. I guess I should probably do an intro. All right, everyone. We're back on the Naturecraft server. It's my private server. I'm already watching this up. And we got a special guest on us today. Guy that made the pack, Mama's Nuggets.
Thanks. Glad
All
to be
right.
here and help.
What's that?
So glad to be here and help.
Thank you. So basically, what I wanted to do, figure out. My first thing was the quest book. I can't figure out how to get the quest book home. How do you open up that?
Like the Twitch still has you as a timing down.
That's strange. Me just refresh the stream real quick. Okay, so now it should be back up and running. Goes Twitch.
Uh-huh. I probably have to watch the. Okay, good. I don't have to watch the commercial again.
Okay.
All right. So you don't know how to get the quest book open? You said.
Yeah. So is it something in your inventory or?
No, it's the tilde key, the thing that's next to one.
That doesn't do anything on my keyboard.
You might have to go into controls and see.
They're requesting Grave. Is there something else that's also using it?
Yeah, that's probably what your problem is. Just switch it to something you don't use, or get rid of grave on whatever else.
Oh, or excavating.
Yeah, I switched my
Wait.
excavation to something else, but
Yeah, I never use that for job stuff. Hey, there we go. Look at that. So,
hopefully it works now. There you go.
weird little glitch going on, but
All right, hit quest really quick. I want to see one other thing.
yep, I've done nothing, so
Yeah, no, but I want to make sure it didn't happen to load in and. Okay, no, you're good. Wanted to make sure it wasn't in edit mode.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
you did just update, so I would leave this.
Yep.
And then go to your leave this. Go to your text screen.
Yep.
And type in the text box. Type BQ underscore.
Yep.
Admin space default space load. The admin. The default and then load. Yeah.
Send it as a
There you go.
text message.
You have to do slash. Sorry.
Oh, I thought I hit slash. Okay. So I knew something
Just
different,
hit.
right?
Just hit up.
There we
just
go.
Hit up and then use your arrow and go back and put a slash at the beginning.
Yep. All right, so that reloaded.
That'll reload your quest book, so that gives you the updated quest book. So all your quests should be fixed and everything else.
Right. Now, should I be seeing all these true and false things?
Oh, nope. Actually, leave this again
Right.
and then type BQ underscore admin edit
Edit.
or admin space edit, and then you're all set.
Edit mode off. Perfect. Oops, no. Yes.
Yeah, and then everything should be fine with that.
Okay. I still see the true and falses, but that seems to be fine. Can't edit it. That's good.
Yep, you just have to click on that first one and then check the box, and that gets it all started. It's basically a reading thing.
All right.
Like just check on the checkbox and then hit detect. Uh, yep, and then it opens the rest of them.
Oh, okay. And I get a select one.
Actually, you didn't hit. You have to go back in there. You didn't hit the button.
One.
It's well, it said complete, but you didn't claim it.
Oh,
The
okay.
first one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay, now it did. It took it a minute. Sometimes this quest book, well, the other one is sometimes better, but it can load like it's screwy. This one can sometimes take a few seconds to detect things, but like you get those. Well, that one you get automatically. But
Okay. Let's see here. So I can choose one of these.
nope, those are rewards. You get them both.
Oh, you get them both. Okay. Is it clean? Look at it. Just throw all my schematics. Hey, crops. Awesome.
You seem to have punched grass and got some normie seeds at some point.
Discount book. This is a discount book.
Those things are actually really handy, which is why I gave you one just to show you. They're actually not too hard to get to, but you know, when you make your OP tool in the game normally, eventually you get to a point where you can't repair it in like an anvil or you can't enchant it anymore because it says too many levels.
Oh, yep.
Well, the discount book changes that and drops the levels back down.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Get that done.
I did it on one of my swords. It said like 35 levels, and I put the discount book on it, and it went to like 5 levels.
Ooh, backpacks.
Yeah. Well, those are they're all right. I mean, they're mostly for the couriers in ancient warfare. You can use them, but there is iron backpacks in the pack too. So I would try and make one of those as quick as possible.
Yeah, that I'm definitely gonna. Uh,
You want a really good starting tip?
sure.
What you want to do is find yourself one of those castles with the drawbridges, and that's where you should probably set up to begin.
Okay. I think I have one near here. Just doing. It's here.
It's well, after doing it a bunch of times, I learned how you can actually ninja like sneak into them,
Oh, okay.
and that is it's the best way to get started. If you raid this place, you'll have food and everything, and it's easy to get started with everything else that way.
Gotcha. Now what does this doggy charm do?
It's for doggy talents. You can actually train your dogs, well, your wolves anyhow, and make them into different types of dogs. They can have different types of, I can't think of the word right now, but talents basically. You make them healers so they can follow you around to heal you, or you can turn them into like OP hellhounds that'll run around and catch things on fire and just attack everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
And as you you can give them certain treats or whatever, and you can actually level them up and give them more health and more attack damage. You can even play around with them. You give them a dog dish and a bed and throw a bone for them, and they'll go catch it and come back.
Pretty cool. It's getting dark. Sleep. Sure, there's.
Also, do you have wool? I mean, if you're going to sleep, you've got okay. You already have a backpack.
I got a sleeping
No,
bag. Yeah.
sleeping bag equipment.
The problem is I don't have any kind of pick. It's just killing me.
Well, you just got the schematic to make one.
That is true. I think that's why I was out this way, because I was trying to find.
I mean, you can make vanilla tools, but they're going to be worthless. They all have a durability of one, so you
Yeah,
can make
that's
an
what I was
iron one
doing.
or a
Is
diamond one.
I
Yeah,
made
it'll
just
break.
stuff. The heck?
Yeah,
So
I did that on purpose to make you use the mod, and the only reason they're in there, the vanilla tools are even in there, is just for ancient warfare crafting. That's a dungeon. I wouldn't go down there.
one moment. Just give me one moment. I need to just quick take a smoke break. Back. Okay, I should be back. Ah, goodness. All right. Island. I don't think I have.
Uh, that water temple too. There's a couple of chests in that, but it's really tough. There's also spawners in it.
Yeah, I keep dying every time I try to attempt it, so.
Yeah, it's a little rough. You should wait till later.
That and the diamond swords only last like 5 or 6 hits.
You, it's I mean you have schematics to make them. They're stone swords are even better.
Yeah, I have this one here that I made. Out of breath. I had to do an emergency close run. A couple of things upstairs. All right. Oh, I'm trying to this stuff here for now. So I probably should make it. You said you can't do iron swords, correct?
No, I mean, well, you can, but you have to have iron and use the schematics.
Okay.
But yeah, you could with that. You don't have any leather or any cotton, do you?
I do not.
Do you know where there's a cow or a sheep?
not
No,
shovel.
I wouldn't use the iron yet then, because it's. I mean, it's still a less durable. It's a better sword than the stone sword, but it's still less durable than if you find a cow or a sheep.
Gotcha.
And if you have a diamond, then that's pretty close to the best sword you can make.
I had a diamond. I don't, probably said early on. No.
Wait, wait, look back that way. Oh,
Yeah.
that's all right. That's where you got the diamond sword from. Was the house?
Okay. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, two and two together. Yeah, that was. That's one of my one of the builds I made.
Nice. Wait, there's two Waltner temples?
Sorry, what?
Got two of those water temples pretty close to each other.
Then you're kind of lucky. That's pretty neat. There's also special runes from Grimpack in there, but like I said, they're not always good. But like they're pretty cool things to find. I mean, if you took the top off the water temple and stopped the water, mobs wouldn't be able to spawn because of the light levels. But I've never actually done that. That's just guessing, of course.
I've taken it off once, and I think I still wasn't pretty. I don't think I've been to this one here. Which?
Some
Fine.
some mean people in chat.
Actually, I forgot all about chat. Let me. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yep, yep. There we go. Be blocked.
Wow, that's some trolling.
Yeah, really clever.
Oh, I didn't go that. No, definitely not that far.
I had one guy last week try to troll and claim that yeah made a donation. He donated $3. It's like if you're gonna fake it, at least make it convincing. Uh, enough. Have
I would skip the water temple now. And he doesn't look blocked. Neither one of them.
I see. They both want to be blocked. Okay. Blocked one. Now that me first blocking on this probably only just does fine.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Here we go. Alright, so chat is now working on the phone. What the heck? Okay. Oh, another rune. Can't believe I haven't seen this village. I heard it. Chance cube. What could possibly go wrong? Ah, ah, there we go. I was using the wrong term. And I just missed chest in here.
There shouldn't be, but that's a church, right? Sorry, I was screamed away for a second. Was
That's okay.
there a purple thing down at the bottom?
No, there wasn't.
Turn around. Oh, okay. Yeah, those things randomly spawn in there. They're pretty handy.
Exciting there.
Yeah, no, there won't be anything else.
Let's see, where's... I'm wondering if I should open that chance cube.
Hey, it's always fun. I don't know. I do them all the time. They can be good. They can be bad.
That is true.
Most of the time they're bad, but that's that's beside the point.
That's what makes life fun. That's okay. This corner.
Like you're near a swamp, actually. There can be a swamp build. I think I turned the chances of it down pretty low, though.
Alright, I can get some iron. I did make this little tiny
you can
pick.
find a castle, man. You're not going to need any of that stuff.
I know there was a nice castle where I started. We got a dungeon right next to a castle.
Nice. Any of the castles are great, but the big one with the drawbridge is the easiest.
What is this over here? Looks like some ruins. Gators. Hey. Oh crap, I can't run. Alright, golden apple, I guess. Oh crap, those gators are fast.
Yes, there.
Oh, another dungeon, okay. I have not been successful in these, so I'm just gonna stay clear.
Now they can be pretty tough. There's not a lot in those, to tell you the truth. They're an interesting random thing that actually got added from one of the mods that it wasn't necessarily something that I chose to have added, but I didn't really care that it was added.
That makes sense. Now, how do you ride a chocobo? Because I've tamed one before, but I couldn't get on it.
You have to make a saddle.
Okay, is it a special saddle or just any?
There's chocobo saddles.
Okay, that's what.
There's the quest line part of the chocobos. It'll actually show you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's close.
Did you just
Have a boat.
You just switched from streaming to hosting, or at least something switched.
That's strange.
It's just for me, I guess. Yeah, I'm back with you. I don't know why that changed. It was weird.
I got all these little islands here. lot of gators.
Yeah, what you want to do? You want to find a castle now. Actually, you could have gotten those berries there. You could have eaten those.
That's true. Good about berries. I can't remember which way's home, because there was that awesome castle right next to it. Is there anything hidden up in the clouds?
No, but you can use them to craft with and stuff. And you need them for parts of the mod, but you don't really need them for anything.
Gotcha.
Thought it was funny that a bunch of the stuff that I added, like the coral reefs and the fish, and then there's turtles in here and everything else. Like I added all that stuff. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And put it all together, and then put the pack out. And like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I put the pack out, they talked about the aquatic update, and they're like, "Yeah, we're putting this in." I was like, "Dang it!"
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm starting to freak out now. Computer started to stutter. I'm hearing footsteps.
1.12 for some reason always has a stutter. I don't know if that's it, but you don't have the inventory space for it, but you can get lots of stuff by those little rocks that are on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
You can get diamond dust and gold dust and enderium dust that you can make ender pearls on and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that a dark oakwood forest?
Might be.
It's a special. There's a custom build in there too. I mean, it's not. You have a bed and there's really nothing too special in there. It might be some food, but yeah, you need those plants that are on the ground there, the Gesha greens, to tame the chocobo.
Yes.
And I think you might need them to make one of the saddles.
Ooh, what is that? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Never seen this before.
There's a dropper in there that has stuff, but
I like that there's just so many unique structures and stuff that you can find in this.
yeah, definitely it's fun to explore.
It's
Most
floating.
Definitely. Yeah, it's way up there, and you're not going to find. But I don't remember if there's anything really. You don't have the droppers all the way at the top, and I can't remember what goes in it. It's a lot of quartz if you want quartz stuff.
I see some big thing on fire over there. Check that out. I think that may be a castle.
I think that might be a stone version of the same thing you're near.
Oh.
I think there's a netherrack one and a quartz one.
Oh, that's cool. Got Taj Mahal.
Like the funny thing is that, like you know how Minecraft is. Every seed is different, and it's interesting. Like no matter how many times I tested the game, like sometimes you get a seed that you find stuff just right next to each other, no matter what, and or within view of each other, and then other times it was actually spread out for. It's all based on random percentages. I mean, you can't turn it down so much that you don't ever find it, but you can't leave it up so high that it's everywhere. But you also can't.
That's true.
You can't age it. But yeah, that's what that is. It's just another rack version of that same quartz thing.
There's also obsidian. See over there.
Any type of plains and deserts are usually where the castles are.
See Champ 08. Prince. Have they? This way. Now we should be able to find a castle.
Oh, there's a bunch of berries you can eat though.
Yeah.
And oranges and plums.
Alright, so we got a village here. What's that? Llamas give any kind of wool?
I really don't see the use of llamas personally. I mean, they're cool and they're neat that they spit at things, but they're kind of pointless. Something neat that vanilla added. I don't know why they did it. But there's tons of food in that village. Actually, and there's tons of ore in that village also. Oh, you missed a chest.
Oh, I see it.
I would get rid of the iron bars and the ladders. No, it's underneath.
Nothing.
No, it's back inside the little thing.
Oh, okay.
There's, yeah, well,
Wrong way.
there's a chest inside there to the left of the sticky, or the pistons.
I have no armor at all.
Yeah, right there. There's your armor. But yeah, you can get rid of a lot of the stuff you have in your inventory, man. Like, I'd get rid of all the seeds, I'd get rid of the runes, ladders, the bars. Does that die, I think? You can get rid of that. The greens are everywhere. You can get rid of those. You could get those again easily.
That's true.
I wouldn't worry about the apple either, because there's an inn in that village I saw, and that one's got like pumpkin pie and all sorts of steak and everything.
Nice. Lemons. This looks weird.
You can actually sleep in those teepees if it becomes nighttime. Yeah, this one's all wheat. Top floor will have just from exploring them a ton of times. The top floor might have some stuff in it, but
Shovel. Might as well take the leather, something I guess. Thought that was
yeah, that one's nothing but wheat anyhow. It's mostly I just use that for bread. but you have one of the other ones in there also, so I wouldn't even worry about the wheat.
All right.
Yeah, you've got all three of them in here, which is awesome. You've also got the one building that shows up in a village that has ore in it. That one there.
I got the little hand pick.
And to the, or not that one. The
Which I
there's
don't need
another
that.
one. It's got glass. It's got a glass window. There's a chest inside that one that'll have a ton of things. So you should use ore excavation. Get all the coal at once.
That's true.
No, there's not in there. Like one of those other ones is an inn. It's got tons of beds and there's tons of food in it. And the other one, I think might have some weapons, but there's a. Oops, that was locked. There's a village or a building in this village I saw that has a big glass window in it. Actually, like the village spawns on this pack, I really like. A lot of them are big. They tend to have there's can be up to like 8 or 9. I think 8 or 9. I think it's up to 9 unique structures that can spawn inside of them that have all sorts of different stuff in them. Like there's one that's like an animal farm. It'll have cows and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff. Really makes especially early game going out and exploring. And is that? Oh yeah, those are good later on. But
Full iron finally. Do I need this wool for anything?
you could use it to make a good weapon. Yeah, grab 2 at least, or 1 even. It depends on how many tools you want to make. Do you want to make one of each tool right now, or
Uh, good.
like find a crafting bench?
Yep.
Put 1 wool in the crafting bench next to 1 stick. Of course, you would need a stick.
That would help. Axe. Fashion. Eat it with my soup and bake.
That's fine. Just hold down shift. I mean, you can beat it with anything. Or, well, hold down shift. Hold down whatever your ore excavation button is and beat them all. As long as you're using a tool. Or something. Oh, you can also eat those bugs, too.
Oh, that's cool. Dirt. Alright, so we got a cloth paddle hand. Okay. How many of these do I need?
I mean, if you're only making a sword right now, just 1.
Yeah, I got plenty of wool. Just go for it.
You can get rid of the olive seeds for right now, too.
That, and then...
So you put the schematic in the crafting table with a piece of iron for the crossguard, and then do 1 for the sword blade. You're going to need more inventory space.
Paddle. Handle. Raspberries can just go.
Now, if you with that iron sword, if when you crafted it, you put a diamond in there to the side of it, it would give it like 1,000 more durability, and that's pretty much one of the best swords.
Nice.
They're still all enchantable and everything else, so you can always do that.
So we got. Oh,
Be careful eating the bugs though. You can make a deep fryer and cook them, and then they'll always give you like good boons. But sometimes certain bugs can give you bad boons.
yeah, I just went blind.
Yeah, the stream's a little bit behind the voice.
Bunch of chicken.
Yeah, that's the inn. That'll have a ton of food in it. I mean, there's tons of furnaces in there. Throw your coal on the bottom floor and cook your food while you're going out.
Chicken. Ooh, 33 steak. Nice job. Wow, a lot of pork chop.
Yeah, there's a lot of food in these things. They don't show up in every village though, but when they do, you can be pretty set. Yeah, there should be like I said, that other house that has the glass window will also have um, a ton of coal in it and probably some other stuff. I've started off and set up shop in one of those inns before, just as an early base place. But you'll get a lot more. Like the castles have a ridiculous amount of loot. I thought about changing that loot table, but it wasn't me. That's actually Ancient Warfare's loot table. And I just kind of left it.
That works. Okay, now
Yeah, you bend all of them. I might have saw the side of one of them instead of the one that has all the ore. You never know.
this guy. Armor and stuff. What would be the best way to that? That's then I have to dig the stuff that's near bedrock, right?
It's actually in bedrock, but
Okay.
It's in bedrock, but it's also down near bedrock. The carbonado is your best armor. Um, you're gonna want to dig anyhow, especially for early. What I found is because I have block armor in this,
Yeah.
you can make tons of different armors. I mean, your obsidian's going to be a fantastic armor. You can get enough obsidian to make that, but if you can get lapis, man, you can make lapis armor, and that'll just give you experience while you're walking around.
Oh, awesome. What the heck? Pillar-like things.
Yeah, they're just random stuff that comes from, well, random things actually is the name of the mod.
Huh. That's fitting. Let's
There
see.
might be something under that pillar. I mean, a chest or at least a spawner. I can't remember. Might be. I don't remember.
Ooh. Yeah, nothing underneath. Sure, some cows around here. So we'll just go for it. Okay. Well, it's world's shortest tunnel. Not. Heck. All right. I think probably gonna the quest book. Oh, I'm starving. That's what that sound is.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll definitely be playing this quite a bit more. How to? Hopefully next time I can get things set up and we can have a little bit more entertainment. Again, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, man.
Definitely have to hang out sometime.
Definitely.
Great. Well, I'm going to take a small break. I will continue this after Alright, we're back. So we're all done streaming Naturecraft. Right now what I'm going to be doing is just setting this up real quick to before we continue. Getting sites going and stuff, so not sure if I'll continue streaming or not, but we'll see. Who knows?